Hello, you must be Dana.
Yes. Hi, Gary.
Dana, you are absolutely perfectly right on time. You're my kind of woman.
Yes, I appreciate that as well.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you being here. First of all, tell me where you're from.
Well, I'm from Iowa. I was born and raised there, but I live in Mexico. We moved abroad in 2016.
Oh my gosh, what part of Mexico?
We are south of Guadalajara, about 30 minutes.
Oh, I'll be darned. Well, my son is vacationing right now down in Puerto Vallarta. So he
Beautiful.
goes down there all the time. My son lives in California, but he does spend a lot of time down in Mexico. Some
Nice.
beautiful country down there.
There is.
What do you do in Mexico?
Well, my husband and I, we are business coaches. We work virtually with our clients. We work with second career Christian coaches and affiliate marketers to help them understand how to build a business online.
Really? I'll be
Yeah.
darned. Now, do you do all of that coaching online, in person, or is it through correspondence courses? How do you do that?
We have a course that people can do independently, but we also offer group coaching and have a one-on-one group coaching program as well. So we do it
Interesting.
virtually on Zoom. And just like this, we've been doing that for years, but then
Oh.
COVID happened, but we were already doing it. So
That's amazing. Well, this is going to be a fun call for me. I can tell already. The courses that you teach, you mentioned, I think three of them. Is that correct?
we do have three courses. One is our main one though, and that one is called Your Pathway to Profit. And that's a 12 module, 12 step process, not 12 module, but 12 step process that takes people from, struggling or just beginning a business all the way up to having a profitable business.
Well, so you start people online, whether they've been in business for some time or just starting out, and teach them what they need to do to be successful.
Right, right. Because so many times we try things and we don't have it in the right order, or people get overwhelmed because there's just so many things they could be doing. And
Yes.
so we help them stay focused and focus on one thing and get that done and then move on to the next thing, because a lot of it builds on it. You can't do some things without having some of the preliminary foundation pieces in place already. And people rush to do the fun stuff, the social media and the ads and all the things that they hear people, that's how they build their business, and it's just a prescription for failure. We know we've spent a lot of money and wasted a lot of time, and so take what we've learned and package it up, and that's what we've got.
Now, how do people hear about you? How do you promote yourself?
Well, we work with partners mainly. That has been our focus the start of the year. Prior to that, and we still have our blog, we have a website, and we did a lot of content marketing on social media. But I think our main focus now is just to work with partners who have like audiences that can get the word out for us as well.
That's absolutely fascinating. I'll tell you just briefly a little bit about me. I guess you know more about me than I know about you. You saw the little short video that prompted you to sign up for this. I've been in the television production motion picture industry for over 35 years. I sold my company about a dozen years ago and basically retired. And I got sick of that after 2 weeks, literally. I just got to do something with my life. At that time, technology was such that people were starting to go online, and the bandwidth was starting out a dozen years ago. Where it was feasible for people like me to get, and you to get online and teach courses online, just like we were in the same room together. There you are in Mexico, I'm in Utah, and we're in the same room with each other. I've been teaching people how to look good on camera for many, many years. A lot of experience in television production, motion pictures, and now I'm transferring that to the internet. With the advent of COVID, the whole world is now on quote television on their internet.
Right.
And promoting their business. And that's not going to go away. You've been reading in the papers, I'm sure, every day where businesses are starting to realize, hey, my people don't want to come back to the office anymore. They want to stay at home. Yeah. In fact, companies are having a hard time now, and that is not going to change. Literally, the whole world now is gravitating to a mixture of both online and going into the office as well. So that's good for people like you and people like me. Right. But when I started out, I was just like you. I'm a computer idiot. I truly am. I'm not a technical person at all. I knew I could teach what I had experience in, but how do people learn about me? I spent a lot of money and a lot of time with Google ads, with Facebook ads, and 99% of them were just a total waste of time and money. Yes. I finally found a secret, literally, to people being aware of me and people buying my courses. And basically, you're part of that right now. I've found that almost all of my business today comes from giving people a 30-minute free Zoom session where I can teach them hopefully something that will do them some good. And hopefully you'll learn a couple of things that we cover here. But people get to know me through those free Zoom sessions. Mm-hmm. And literally half or more than half of the people that I talk to on a free Zoom call like this end up being clients of mine. Now, the other half don't, and that doesn't bother me one bit. If I can get 50% people that I talk to, you can't beat that. And I found it is the most successful way I've ever found to attract clients, just to get to know them. People buy from people that they feel comfortable with, people that they like, people that they feel can help them in some manner. And boy, it's just been a godsend for me in free Zoom sessions, if you will. Sure. I have learned that most people are making many fatal mistakes as soon as they turn on their webcam. I'm going to talk briefly about a couple of those. And please, if you've got any questions, just stop me mid-sentence. And I don't want you to leave here with any questions on your mind. I mentioned that most people are making a lot of mistakes on video conferencing. The biggest single mistake that most people make, and it's about 99% of everybody I talk to, they don't make me as a person talking to them feel comfortable, feel connected. They don't look at me, and I just don't feel connected with them. Now, right now, I'm looking straight into your eyes, and you're going like this, and you've got a nice smile, and I love it. I'm looking straight into your eyes. Do you feel connected with me?
Yes.
Outstanding. Now,
are you seeing me look straight at your eyes?
For the most part, yes, which is very good. I must compliment you.
Thank you.
Let me ask you, where is your camera?
It's right up here. It's built into my laptop.
It's built into your laptop. You're on a laptop.
Yeah.
Now, most people, when they're on a laptop, the screen is down further, and the webcam is usually built in at the top of the laptop. And most people want to see the people they're talking to.
Yeah.
And if I'm on a desktop, but if I were on a laptop, I would be looking down at you, and seeing you and when you shake your head and whatever, but you don't feel connected with me now at all, do you?
Right. No,
You
no.
don't. I have learned a little trick. I have found that I can reduce the size of my screen about a quarter of the size, and I can move this screen with you and I on it anywhere I want on my monitor. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to move you down to the corner of my screen, and I'm still looking straight into your eyes.
Right.
But you don't feel connected, do you?
No, right.
Not at all. And boy, if we started talking in a coaching session for very long, you're going to get tired of this immediately.
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel connected with me at all. I'm going to move you back. I've got you now right behind my webcam, just a fraction of an inch above the webcam.
Yeah.
I'm so close to, in fact, I'm going to show you instead of tell you. Let's go to screen share. And the picture's worth 1,000 words. And that's one of the beauties of what we're doing. You can now see what my real office looks like. The office you see on the thumbnail up there is a fake. It's a virtual background.
Right.
Yeah, you can see I've got a green screen behind me and a couple of big lights there. Now I'm going to take you a couple of steps down. There's where my webcam is. I've got it on a platform so that the webcam is directly in front of my eyes, right at eye level.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to move one more down. One more. Now here's a frontal shot. And right now I'm looking right at that screen, at that monitor, but I've got you positioned. Actually, you're up in the thumbnail, but I had you before we went to screen share. I had your face right behind my webcam, just a fraction of an inch above it. And my eyes are so close to that webcam, it looks like I'm looking right into the camera, which I almost am, and just a fraction of an inch above it. Now I'm going to show you one more shot. I took a picture to describe what I'm doing here. Here's a Zoom call I had with a lady, and there's the size of my Zoom screen, which I reduced significantly. There's my monitor in back of it. And a moment ago, I just grabbed the top of my screen and I moved it down to the corner where you were down there in that corner. And that's when you didn't feel connected. But right now, if I were talking to that lady, this is the way I would be looking at my screen with her just a fraction of an inch above the lens.
Right.
And it's so close that she feels very, very connected to me. And I get the opportunity of seeing her and all of the expressions that she makes. Okay, now let's get back and one more here. We'll get out of screen share. Now, here we are. Now I get to see you again, and you're right above my webcam. Now you know what I'm looking at. And I get to see every move you make, but most people, 99% of all the people I coach are looking at some part of the screen to see the person they're talking to or down on their laptop, and they just don't feel connected. It's just a horrible mistake. And I see it on the national news during the pandemic. You see Nora O'Donnell on CBS News. She's talking to somebody on their laptop. And the person is looking down at Nora O'Donnell on the screen, but millions of people out there watching this person being interviewed don't feel connected at all.
Right.
Terrible mistake. Now, I got to compliment you because I do feel connected. For the most part, you're looking at me as though you were looking straight into my eyes. And I must compliment you on that. You're a pro.
Well, I'm interviewed a lot, and so I try to do it as best I can.
Now where am I on your screen?
You are, you're on the left side. So my eyes may veer to the left a little bit, but you're up as high as I can get you to close to my camera.
Okay.
Just this particular setup.
A little trick. I've got, as you saw, I've got my webcam on a little mini
Yeah.
stand.
Yeah.
And you can do that with a laptop. I could put 3 or 4 books in front of me.
Yeah,
Put
I have my laptop on a platform so that
wonderful.
so that it's straight on for my eyes. Otherwise,
Wonderful.
I get neck issues, and it's all ergonomically correct.
You can try this when you have some spare time. But I showed you, in fact, I'm recording this and I'll send you a copy of the recording so you can go back and look at it. When I showed you the Zoom screen, up at the top of the screen, there's a little white bar, says Zoom meeting on one side, and then you got the 3 exit out and reduce the size. If I go up and take my mouse up in the white part, I can drag that once I reduce it. Once I reduce it, I can drag that screen anywhere. And you can do the same thing on a laptop. If you put your webcam, an external one, just on a monitor, you can do exactly the same and move the screen around. And you don't have to look over. You can put the person right there where you want to see them.
Right.
And make good contact. Just a little trick of the trade. Another mistake that I see people making all the time, and you're not doing it, and I have to compliment you for you. You can see my beautiful office right now, but you know that that's not my office. You've already seen what my office looks like. I've got a virtual background, and so many people you see today use virtual backgrounds, but the mistake they're making, they don't have a green screen. And Zoom tells you that you can use a virtual background without a green screen with Zoom, and you can. But the problem is, and I know you've seen it, as soon as they move, their hair will go crazy. Their face will start to disappear. Their hand will be cut off.
It's ridiculous.
It is just terrible. It looks so unprofessional.
Yeah.
And the very reason they're using a virtual background is to look more professional.
I know. It's a pet peeve of mine. So my computer doesn't allow it to work at all unless I have a green screen, and I have a green screen, but not set up in this office. So
I'll give you just a couple of hints. I love green screens. And I love the technology. I use different backgrounds all the time. I'll just go up and I can take you to my hotel room in Honolulu. You can see the beautiful Pacific Ocean out there. I can go to just dozens and dozens of different screenshots. So I'll go back to my office now and get out of there. I love what you can do with the green screen technology, but you really have to know what you're doing. If you're going to use green screen. I'll just share a screen with you again, just very briefly. You see my green screen back there. That's nothing but a piece of cloth that I got at Walmart. Excuse me. It's 10 feet high and 12 feet wide. I wanted something really big so that when I put my arms out, my hands don't get cut off. It covers everything that I need. The key to good green screen chroma keying is you've got to have a lot of light. You can see the 2 lights right there. I'm going to go one more, and there's another light down at the bottom of my desk, feeding the bottom portion of the green screen. There's another light down at the bottom of the other end of my desk. And you can see one of the lights getting a lot of light on my chair, which I'm sitting in right now. That gets light on me, and it gets light on the green screen. Now, the one thing that you just absolutely have to have with good chroma keying is even light. You can see I've got a couple of diffusers on front of those lights. I found that without the diffusion, that light was causing a glare to appear in that area of the green screen, and it would cause just terrible chroma keying. But with the diffusion, it spreads the light out evenly. and you just absolutely have to have even light on your green screen, or you'll have those kind of problems.
Good to know.
And if you use cloth like I did, you got to iron out the wrinkles, make certain it's flat, so you don't have shadows, which cause you problems in your green screen.
Right.
But you can do some wonderful things with green screen. And you mentioned you've got one. You don't have to have a big one like mine.
Well, ours is pretty big, and we've got it's on the stands.
That you can
This right, but then the stands get in the way, and if I want to leave my office, then my door's right there, and it's just the setup right here isn't the best for it.
No, it is. It really is. I have to compliment you because you've got a very professional background. You've got good space between the top of your head and the top of your screen. You're right in the middle of the screen. Some people they're down here like this. You've seen it all the time.
Oh, I know.
Why do they do that? If you want people to have confidence in the courses you're promoting and selling, you definitely need to make a good impression.
Exactly.
With them.
And my husband's office, he's got books, real books, not, I know a lot of people have the green screen so they can have pictures of books, but his are real.
Yeah.
So we do most of our recording there, but this is where I do my calls.
Please do not be ashamed of your setting right there. You are excellent. Your lighting.
You see all my pieces. Yeah. And it's starting to I've got a window right in front of me. So pretty soon it's going to storm soon. So the light's kind of already starting to wane a bit. Well, I have a light here and a light here. I actually have other lights. So when that happens, I do the same. I diffuse them. So I'm always lit.
Wonderful. And you sound good. Obviously you got that, you got your microphone right in front of your mouth. I can hear you.
This laptop is ancient. I can't use anything else. I have to have something plugged in.
You can, if you can
get a little. Doesn't work on this laptop.
Doesn't it?
No, because then I can't hear. I can plug. I've got a lapel mic, but then I can't hear. So I like to be able to have conversation. So if I'm recording a video or recording a training, I can also use that.
So when you plug in, is it a USB plug?
No,
that's the problem.
Okay.
That's your problem. You can get one of these, Dana, on Amazon for $13. Okay. That's just a little teeny lapel mic, and you can put it right there. But the other end must be USB. Right. Okay. And as soon as you plug that in, it will circumvent your laptop microphone or your headphones, and you should still get the sound out of your laptop.
Okay.
That should only...
The USB is the difference. I have it so that I can plug it into my iPhone so that we can record on a tripod.
So you've got a little pointed connector that's your problem. It's got to be a USB connection.
Yep.
And if you ever want one of these, just go to Amazon and type in USB lavalier microphone. And I got this one for $13, and quite often I'll use it for a different type of sound. Right now, I've got a professional microphone right below me.
Yeah.
But you've got good sound. Good sound, good lighting, good background. Don't worry about virtual backgrounds unless there's a need. But then you do have to really work on your lighting, make certain it's all even before you go that route.
And ironing out my green screen, because it's folded and it needs to be ironed. But
I suggest to all the people I talk to that come on that are using virtual backgrounds, and it's probably about 85% of the people nowadays, they're using crazy virtual backgrounds with no green screen, and they're just going crazy.
Yes, I don't like it at all.
And I suggest to them, the best thing you can do is just get rid of the virtual background and just get a blank wall behind you. You don't need anything fancy.
Right.
but you don't have to worry about looking unprofessional. My compliments go out to you. You really do look and sound good. I'm going to spend just the last few minutes and then give you a chance to ask any and all questions. The one thing I try to do is help people in trying to give them my experience of how I am doing what I'm doing now. I mentioned that when I started 11 years ago, I just spent literally tons of money I did some mailing. I paid other people to do mailing lists for me with Facebook ads and Google ads, and it just terrible. And I thought, I'm just going to go broke wasting money. And finally, I found the secret. And virtually anybody can do what I'm doing. You teach 2 or 3 different courses. The things you teach are totally different from the things I teach, and that's great. But you've got it. You fortunately have got good presence on camera. Most of the people I talk to don't look and sound very good. And they've got a couple of strikes against them. You have the ability to just come across beautifully. I would suggest to you, and maybe you're doing this already, do the same thing that I'm doing. Put together a short video promoting your course, and you can do this for each course. A short video that tells people what you do, and let them know I'd like to spend 30 minutes with you on a free Zoom session. I'm not going to charge you a penny. I'm going to try to teach you some things that I think will be helpful to you in your business, whatever business you're in. And again, there's no obligation on your part to buy anything, period. Just to go down below, like I did on my video. Just go down below if you're interested and register. And you did, and here we are.
Right. I was interested though in your email. That was where it started. It was just like a one-liner. And I almost didn't click on it. I thought, no, he's reaching out. I know we're in the same community. I'm curious to see what's working for him. So that's what got me curious. And yeah.
I get, and I may be wrong. I'm just trying to tell you what works for me.
I think it's brilliant.
I get hundreds of emails every day. In fact, I'm looking at my email right now, course after course after course, people, and some people in their emails, you have to spend 15 minutes just reading the whole email just to get me to click on the landing page.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't have time to do that. I try to keep it as simple as I can. Now, mine is a little simpler because I think that you responded to.
I think we're in JV directory together, maybe.
Oh yeah, that was it. JV
Yeah.
directory. I'm a member of that. I just joined it last week.
Yeah,
just last week. I've done several of David Rickland's. I've done several of his things, and every time I go on camera and invite people to a free Zoom session, I get 10 or 12 people responding.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, maybe this JV directory can do me some good. I'll just send out an email to each of these people. They know I'm part of their community. So I made it very short and sweet.
Yeah.
And I've gotten just tons of response.
Great.
In fact, I was a little disappointed. I thought there were going to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of individuals. Most of them are podcast people rather than coaches. And I work primarily with coaches. However, I've appeared on a lot of people's podcasts, and I do the same thing on the podcast. I'll invite people to spend 30 minutes with me free. And that almost all of my business comes from an initiated 30-minute free Zoom session. And again, half those people don't buy, but the other half do.
I'm curious, what do you call that call?
Call that
People
what?
call it the call, like a discovery call, like
Oh.
do you have a name for it?
Well, I called it, I labeled it to you and to the
Yeah.
people that I sent the email out to
Yeah.
a 30-minute free masterclass.
Yeah. Okay.
I could call it anything, I guess, but
Okay. That was the difference. When I signed up for a masterclass, I wasn't sure what it was going to be. And so, but it was your version of a quote unquote discovery call, or coaching call, or empowerment call, or however, people are calling that. I mean, I've got a call, an empowerment call, where I talk to people for free for 30 minutes.
Wonderful.
And I give them, depending on if they come in on my time productivity side, or if they come in on our business side, I have different questions we walk through, and I give them tips and strategies, and then at the end of the day, offer them to work with me.
There you go. And
I don't have a 50% turn, but I haven't been on one of those calls in a long time, because we've been focusing on recruiting partners to help promote our business. And so I haven't been out trying to promote, people getting on one of those free calls, but I think I'm missing that.
And I've gone one step further now. When we're finished, I will send you an email, and it will have a link. When we're finished, I'm gonna upload this video to YouTube. It'll be unlisted, so only you and I can see it. I'll send it to you, because 20 minutes from now, as soon as we leave each other, you're going to forget 80% of everything I've said. But if you've got it on recording, it's there forever. And it doesn't cost you a penny to upload it and store it on YouTube.
Right.
All of my coaching classes, every time we have a coaching session, it's recorded, and they immediately afterwards, I shouldn't say immediately, it takes a little while to upload it, but my students get a recording of every session that we do. They've got it all laid out. Doesn't cost me a penny. And you can do the same thing if you're not already doing it.
Right. No, I haven't been giving a recording. Our internet is slow, so uploading to YouTube is a slow process. But Zoom also has the recording. I could send it a Zoom link, yes?
Yes.
Without having to put it on YouTube.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so powerful for individuals.
Yeah.
I'm teaching communication skills, how to look good on webcam. And we're going through exercises and that people can see themselves instantly. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize I was doing it. Oh, I was looking down. And I force them to look at me when I'm talking to them, and they're looking down at the screen. And as soon as they get the recording, they can see, ooh, that doesn't look good. Picture's worth 1,000 words.
It really is.
It's something that doesn't cost you any money, and certainly would be valuable to your clients.
Right. But they don't have to take copious notes while I'm giving them, the tips and strategies. They can just be listening. They can be present with me, because they know, and I'll tell them from the beginning, that they will be getting a recording, so that they can be present with me, and they can watch it later if they need the notes.
Absolutely. It is worth its weight in gold. Yeah. I found another little trick not long ago, actually. I had a fellow come to one of my free Zoom sessions, and really a nice fellow, just a wonderful fellow. We had a great session, and he was like you. It wasn't much I could teach him. He was very good on camera. But he dropped me a link after.
Turn my other light on here.
Go ahead.
Where is it? Usually I get it set beforehand, but
not a problem. Not a problem. He dropped me a link that was advertising a seminar, or it was a 3-day event for people that work with coaches and so forth, but it was by invitation only. you couldn't go to it unless somebody referred you.
Yes.
I thought, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. So now when I send people a link with the Zoom call, I'll also send you a link where you can go and watch a very short webinar on my course.
Okay.
No, I don't ever sell my courses on here. I'll just send you a link, and if you have questions, that's fine. You can get a hold of me. But if you're interested, that's great. But I'm also going to send you some information how, if you enjoyed this call and found some things useful, you can send that same link that you just got on and registered to anybody you know. But it's going to be just slightly different than the landing page that you saw, where all you did is go down below and click. Here, it asked for your name, your email address, and the person that referred you. So it says, please enter the name of the person who referred you. And then they go to the form where they sign up for a free call, just like this. And if any of those people actually end up buying a course, the person that referred them to me gets half of what I charge them, less 3% merchant fees. That's good for them, good for me.
Yeah.
And people are getting the link from somebody that they know. Doesn't have to be a lifelong friend, but hey, I had a call the other day, a free Zoom call. I really learned a lot. I'm going to send you this link. I think you might enjoy this. That's all you got to do. If somebody buys, you can do exactly the same thing with your clients, with your free Zoom calls. Some of those people are going to send it out. That's good for you, good for them. Everybody wins. Just some things that I've learned over the years. Hopefully some of them will apply to your business and you could start using some of those tricks. Any questions you have before we jump off the call?
No, I appreciate this time. It just kind of affirms the things that we're doing. It's good to meet you because I think what you're offering is very helpful to a lot of people. And the fact that you have an affiliate part, built in is beautiful. So it's very easy for me to say to some of our coaching clients as they're getting started. I know just when they come to the coaching, session, they're sitting there like this, or, we've never talked about that because, they're not presenting or they're not doing it.
And that's not your field.
Right. But I have someone now that I know that can help them with that, to present better, so that's always, I love this time.
Well, you have been a joy to meet. I hope that we'll meet each other. We'll bump into each other. I'm sure of it. Get to say hello. Yes, Dana, we've met, a good friend of mine, wonderful person. She does, I can tell people what you do, basically. And when you get my email, send me a link to some of your courses. Okay. I'd be interested in those courses. Just fire me a link when you have time. Thank you so much for the time that you spent. And in an hour or so, you'll get a little link to the call, the video. Again, I can't thank you enough. You're just a pleasure to work with. I enjoyed meeting you.
I enjoyed you as well. You have a great evening.
You do the same. Thank you, Dana. Bye-bye.